Hello?
Sheila, is that you? Are you there, Sheila?
Yeah, Mama, what is it?
Yesterday, you told me to call back.
Right, I forgot.
I'm still not feeling very well.
Well, what does your doctor say about this mysterious illness of yours?
They're still running tests.
Then why don't you call me when you get the results?
I'm afraid. Something is terribly wrong with me. Please, Sheila, I need you.
You need me?
Yes. I need you with me here in Grand Rapids.
Look, it's not like you're all alone. What about your friends?
Mrs. Hartman died last week. And Gloria's in her 80s. She needs care herself.
I'm sorry, I just can't make it right now.
I see.
But, Mom, there's a lot going on at Forrester Creation. A lot going on with the Forrester family, and Eric needs me.
I don't know where else to turn.
Well, you've done fine without me up till now. Look, it's not like you're dying, so please. Please don't call me like this, all right? Look, I've got to go, Mama. Bye-bye.
That call wasn't for me by any chance, was it?
No. No, are you expecting something important?
No, it's just that Taylor got back from Scotland last night.
Right. Well, I wonder how things went between she and Ridge.
I have no idea. I just hope the two of them are able to settle their differences.
I hope you understand.
Dad, you don't need to explain anything.
I saw you at the airport with Dr. Warwick. It threw me. I told Stephanie, and she told Rich.
It's not your fault.
I feel responsible.
What you saw at the airport was completely innocent. James showed up at the boarding gate. He surprised me there, and he insisted on going.
So you never meant to hide it in any way?
No, not at all.
It makes me feel very good to hear you say that, sweetheart.
Well, actually, it's a good thing that James came along. His recovery would have never happened if he didn't face his demons head on. I just have one regret about the whole thing.
The way you reacted to the picture of Ridge and Brooke.
Yeah, what else was I supposed to think? I see my husband kissing another woman on the front page of a tabloid.
You overreacted, but so did Ridge when he found out Dr. Warwick was with you in Scotland.
Yeah, but he should know me better than that, Dad. I would never, ever cheat on him.
Where is Ridge?
I don't know. Last night after our fight, he left the house. Haven't heard a word from him since.
You don't suppose...
That he spent the night at Brooks? It's a good question.
Rich?
Oh. Good morning, Mother.
What are you doing here?
What does it look like I'm doing?
Well, why aren't you home sleeping with your wife?
Isn't that obvious?
Did you have an argument? Did she throw you out?
Not exactly.
What does that mean?
We argued and I walked out on her.
You walked out on her? I knew this was going to happen.
Hey, don't blame me with all this. It's not my fault.
Whose fault is it, Ridge?
It's Taylor's fault, Mother. Her and that damn James Warwick.
Aw, you're missing her, aren't you?
Missing who?
Now, don't play coy with me. You beautiful lass, Taylor Hayes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And don't go denying it, neither. Well, look at you. It's written all over your face.
It's only been a few days since she left, you know.
Seems like weeks, I bet.
Oh, more like months.
You're very devoted to her. That's crystal clear.
I couldn't hide the way I feel about Taylor even if I wanted to, Maggie.
Well, why would you? I mean, it's as plain as day. She's as devoted to you as you are to her.
Do you really think so?
Jimmy Warwick, you're blushing.
I can't help it. She makes me do that. Taylor has changed my life, you know.
Saved it, really. I mean, from the looks of things.
You know, it's as if I were drowning and she breathed air into my lungs.
Then you're a very lucky man, Jamie Warwick.
Not lucky. I'm blessed to have her in my life.
Did you enjoy the fishing trip with your dad?
Yes. It was wonderful. It was like a dream come true.
He told me all about it. Oh, Damon was so excited.
Was he really? You know, we're learning to love one another like a father and son should. I have my father back, and I owe that to Taylor.
Now, you make sure she knows it, laddie.
I intend to.
You care for Taylor, don't you?
Deeply.
Then don't be shy. Shout it from the rooftops.
Oh, Maggie, it's not that simple.
There's someone else?
Yes. For her and for me. I have a friend, a very sick friend. Actually, she's more than a friend. Her name's Sophia. I'll be returning to her in a few days.
And Miss Hayes? You know, she mentioned she was really a missus, with a husband waiting for her back home in California.
It's an unhappy marriage, Maggie.
Oh, the poor, sweet thing. She deserves better.
Yes. She doesn't deserve a man who lies to her or cheats on her or begrudges her passion for healing.
Oh, he sounds like a despicable sort.
Yes. The kind of man from whom a woman should be rescued.
Taylor and Warwick are having an affair?
Not according to my wife.
Well, why wouldn't you believe her?
Look, I don't know what's going on with those two, how far it's gotten, but I do know he's got a hold on her, Mother.
Ridge, they have a history. I mean, he was her professor, her mentor in medical school.
No, it's more than that.
Do you have proof?
Yes, unfortunately, I do.
What kind of proof?
Last night, Taylor admitted something to me. He kissed her. James Warwick kissed my wife. God knows what else.
You seem awfully pessimistic about Taylor and Ridge.
No, just cautious. I must say, if there's anything that couple does better than any other couple I know, it's communicates.
You mean except for the past few weeks?
Why the voice of doom, Sheila?
I'm just trying to be realistic.
Well, maybe we should try to be supportive.
Honey, don't fault me for my honesty.
It almost sounds like you want their marriage to fail.
I want harmony in this family. Nothing more, nothing less.
Well, it's my guess that Ridge and Taylor are sharing a cup of coffee right now and having a good laugh over this whole silly business.
I'm sorry, I wish I could share your optimism, but I don't.
Honey, I'm sorry that I brought it up.
No, it's okay, Dad. The idea crossed my mind, too. But then I remembered that Brooke is in Big Bear with her kids.
Ridge probably spent the night in the main house.
I know that, but it is the suspicion, Dad. The idea that I would even entertain a thought like that. That is not what marriage is supposed to be about. Lack of trust. It can be fatal to any relationship.
You actually think there's a possibility that you and Ridge could break up?
Our marriage is in trouble, Dad. It is in deep trouble.
And you fight for your marriage.
I intend to.
What about Ridge?
Oh, Ridge isn't the only factor here. If he was, I wouldn't doubt that we could work it out.
Talking about Brooke.
He is in total denial about her. And that woman has been nothing but an obstacle to our marriage from day one.
And you make him face that fact.
Oh, believe me, I have tried.
And keep trying.
But now there's something else. Something happened when I was in Scotland between James and me.
You're not telling me that.
He kissed me, Dad. I was in a very vulnerable moment, and he took me in his arms and he kissed me. And I responded.
What do you mean you responded?
It didn't go any further than a kiss. But I would be lying to you if I tried to tell you that I didn't get involved in it.
No wonder Rich took off last
No,
night.
it was a fluke, Dad. It was an accident. It was something that will never, ever happen again.
And you're positive of that?
I'm absolutely sure.
I don't think Ridge bought that, did he?
He didn't even give me a chance to explain, but we're going to talk about it. We're going to work it out. I mean, we love each other too much for that not to happen.
His spirit just wasn't in that, was it?
Maybe it wasn't. But like I said, Dad, it's not just a matter of Ridge and me. It never has been. As long as Brooke is in the picture, I'm always going to have something threatening my marriage. She wants my husband, and there's not a thing in the world I can do to change that.
How do you know that he kissed her? Did she tell you?
In so many words,
What does that mean?
it means I was doing some digging, and I suggested that maybe it happened.
And she didn't deny it.
No, she didn't deny it, Mother. Sometimes you don't need proof. It's the look in her eye, lack of denial. Something is going on there, I'm certain of that.
Well, if you're certain, I'm certain that if it did happen, it was an innocent kiss.
Oh, now you're defending her without knowing the facts.
Well, you're indicting her without knowing the circumstances, without knowing exactly what happened.
They were alone in a romantic hotel room for 3 weeks. That's what happened.
No, specifically what happened with the kiss.
I don't know.
You don't know.
What difference does it make? He kissed her, God knows what else.
Maybe nothing else. But you ran out of the house last night. You didn't give her a chance to explain.
I wasn't in a listening mood.
Well, I think you'd better be in a listening mood if you want to save this marriage.
Well, maybe the marriage isn't worth saving.
You don't mean that. Not for a second.
No, I don't.
You can't run away from this. You've got to think it through. You've got to keep a cool head, and you've got to sit down with her and talk it out. It seems to me that the both of you have a lot of explaining to do.
Hello?
Is this Eric?
Yes, yes, it is. Who's this?
It's your mother-in-law, dear. It's Molly Carter.
Molly? It's nice to hear your voice again.
It's been a long time.
Yes, it has. How have you been?
Actually, I haven't been well.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm sick.
Well, it's nothing serious, is it?
And unfortunately, I'm quite alone, which makes things all the more difficult.
Have you talked to Sheila about this?
I called earlier this morning, as a matter of fact.
She didn't mention that to me.
It must have slipped her mind.
What did she say to you?
Look, Eric, I don't mean to interfere in your family's affairs.
Not at all. You're a part of this family too, Molly.
I understand if you need Sheila by your side.
She told you that?
She told me her place was in L.A. with her husband. Now, ordinarily, I'd agree. But you see, I need Sheila, Eric, if only for a little while. Maybe you could talk to her, convince her to come and see me?
Of course, Molly, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Now, listen, you take care of yourself, all right? And you call me if there's anything you need, anything at all.
Thank you so much. You're very kind. Goodbye.
Who's that on the phone?
Your mother.
Mama?
Uh-huh. She said she spoke to you earlier.
Yeah, we had a little chat. She called me yesterday, too.
She doesn't sound well. She told me she's been sick.
She's fine, sweetheart. Believe me, Mama's the healthiest ill person I have ever known. She just wants a shoulder to cry on.
You know, it didn't sound like that to me.
It's not serious.
This is your mother we're talking about here.
Eric, I'm not saying I don't care.
Well, then you should get out there. She needs you.
Honey, this is nothing to be concerned about.
Well, I am concerned. I'm damned concerned. How can you treat her so badly? Sheila, what's going on between you and your mother? I want you to tell me. I want you to tell me right now.
I wonder what Taylor's doing right now.
Well, thinking about you, no doubt.
I'd like to believe that.
Well, there's one way of finding out, you know.
I think she needs me, Maggie, now more than ever. She's gone home to a man who's not even right for her. There must be something that I can do to help her.
Jamie, I have a lot of faith in you. I know you'll think of something.
Taylor, are you here? Hello?
Taylor Forrester, please.
Who's calling?
I'm one of her patients. My name's Warwick.
James Warwick?
That's correct. Is Taylor available, please?
No, she's not. You got some nerve calling here, you bastard.
Excuse me?
You heard me. I know what's going on, Warwick. God help you if you ever come near my wife again.
I'm one of her patients, Forrester. I plan to continue my therapy.
Like hell you will. You will never phone her, you will never see her, you will never lay a hand on her again. Is that understood?
No. I'm afraid it isn't.
What did you say?
I said no. My therapy isn't finished. Your wife has done some remarkable things for me. We need to continue working. Your wife is an incredible doctor. She's a remarkable woman as well.
You're listening to me, you bastard. You stay away from my wife or I'll break you apart.
I plan on coming home in a couple of days. Please tell Taylor I look forward to our next session together.
Oh, damn you, Warwick! Warwick! Hey!